Hi everybody, this is Melanie at Crafter from the Creek. Just wanted to let you know this is my first ever attempt at a video, so if I make a few mistakes or the editing isn't up to much, then please forgive me. I will hopefully improve with a bit of practice. I haven't done any 3D projects for a while, so I thought I would get out one of the new Thinlits, the Pyramid Pals. I have had a couple of goes with it, but not actually pairing it up with the stamp set that goes with it, which is called Playful Pals. So I'm hopefully going to combine the two together and come up with something rather cool. Okay, so the Pyramid Pals Thinlits, hopefully you can see that in the camera. It comes with various elements which you can cut out that pair up with the photopolymer stamps, but also this piece here, the part with the two triangles, that makes a really cool pyramid box that you can use for putting, in my case, chocolates inside, or little tiny things, I don't know, a pair of earrings, a nice bracelet or something that you can give to co-workers, friends. In my case, I'm an educator, so I might even make some for, some of the children, or, something like that at a later date. So these you use on the Big Shot, and there are plenty of videos available, and I will try to link to a video which shows you how to use the Big Shot. Hi again. So to make the actual box, you will need to cut out two of the pyramid parts, because the pyramid has four sides, as you can see. Hopefully when I score it you'll be able to see it better. The base is square, so you need the other two are going to come off of this side here. So once you've cut them out, which I've already done on my Big Shot, you just fold, and then you can use a bone folder to burnish it if you want to, so that the crease is even more prominent. But the nice thing about the Thinlits is it actually does all the score lines for you. Hopefully you can see that there's a score line on here, so it makes it nice and easy just to fold up along the score line and just give it a fold over. And then make sure that your score line, you're folding so that you're keeping all the way along the score line, not sort of wobbling off or anything like that. But you shouldn't have any problem because the Thinlits score it all for you. So I now have my two parts. So now what I'm going to do is I will adhere the two parts together so the squares will overlap, and then I will put glue along these flaps. And then what you can either do, well, if you put glue along those flaps, when you fold it all up, it becomes a permanent box. So if you wanted to have it so that people could open the box, what you could, do is just put glue on that flap, and then these ones here, yeah, and fold it together, and then this would then be able to pop in and out, and there would be your box. So I'm just going to glue that together. See you in a sec. Before I glue that together, I nearly forgot. If you want to do any stamping or do any embellishments on the box, so say you wanted, like, I'm going to make a dog, so say I wanted to have a Spotty dog, for example, and I wanted to do that with some of the Pyramid Pal stamps, then I would need to do that before I glued it together, because it's going to be almost impossible to stamp it once you've glued it. So if you're going to do any embellishments, I would suggest you do all those before, whether it's maybe you want to cut out a circle in here so it becomes like viewable to the inside, and then put a piece of transparent sheet or something there so that you can fill it up and people can see what's inside. You could do that, but again, make sure you do anything you want to do to make it more than just a pyramid box before you glue it together, because I nearly forgot to do that. Now my cardstock that I'm using is soft suede, and I was quite lucky. One of the paper pumpkins, that is a monthly subscription that you can do through Stampin', where they send you a box with all kinds of crafting things to make a project once a month. I actually got a soft suede stamping spot so that I can stamp some patterns on my dog before I put it together. Okay, so let's just have a quick recap. So I cut two of the pyramid parts in soft suede, and then I've stamped them using the Pyramid Pals stamps, and I've used 2 different sizes, kind of like a large oval and then a fairly small, it's not oval, it's kind of like a triangle but with rounded corners. And I also used the little mouth and whisker area, and I also stamped 2 eyes on Whisper White using the basic black ink. But what I did, because I didn't want them to be very dark, I stamped them on my scratch paper first, and then I stamped them on this. They have more of a grey tinge to them than a very vivid black. And I also decided that I wanted my dog to have pointed ears, so I cut out 2 of the triangles from the Thinlits, and I'm going to trim these down so that they're more suitable for dog ears, or fold them to make them more suitable for dog ears. I'm going to try and see what looks best. So that's the parts that we need. Obviously, if you wanted to add whiskers, you can look at the Playful Pals, and it has whiskers, and there's all kinds of things you could give the dog, like swirly pattern, bows, glasses if you wanted to. There's so many options in there, which is really great. And you know, so many different kinds of animals you can make. Like these obviously look like frog legs, this looks like an elephant trunk, these look like flippers, or they could be wings. So, you know, it's just your imagination that's going to run wild, and that's fantastic. And this is the eye that I use, this is one. Okay, right, now I'm going to assemble it, so I will switch the camera off, switch it back on when it's all assembled, so you can see what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so here he is, he's all finished. In the end I decided to leave him open at the back. So you may be wondering what would be the best kind of adhesive to use. You know, is it the snail? Is it the tear tape, double-sided tape? I used double-sided tape on the edges of the box here, and I've just used a little bit of snail to attach his ears and his eyes. You just have to make sure you hold the adhesive together while it sort of sets. So he's now able to have a few things added inside him, and I don't know if you can see on the video that his ears, I had a little bit of soft suede on the ink, on the block that I had the stamps on. So I grabbed my blender pen, scooped it off of the block, and used it just to give his ears a little bit of a pattern. This is a bit difficult to see. So I hope you like him. I hope you liked my first video, and I would love if you came back and watched another one another day. And if you're interested in buying any products from me, it's Melanie at Crafted from the Creek. You can click on the link on the right hand side of my blog and shop with me anytime 24/7. I'd be so thrilled if you chose me to be your demonstrator. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if all went well, then hopefully there'll be some more in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.